In our journey to understand how God speaks through our minds, let's delve into the dynamic nature of the brain. In this exploration, we'll unravel the mysteries of how our brains are wired to receive and interpret messages from the divine. By the end of this video, you'll gain insights into the profound connections between science and spirituality, leaving you with a deeper understanding of the ways in which God communicates with us. The human brain, often regarded as the seat of consciousness, is a marvel of creation. Its intricate web of neurons and synapses forms the foundation of our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. But what makes the brain truly remarkable is its ability to change and adapt over time. Neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable capacity to reorganize and form new neural connections, lies at the heart of this adaptability. It allows us to learn new skills, recover from injuries, and even reshape our thoughts and beliefs. And remarkably, neuroplasticity holds profound implications for our spiritual journey. Throughout history, the brain has been revered as more than just a physical organ. It's been seen as a conduit for divine communication, a channel through which we receive insights, inspiration, and guidance from the divine. Ancient scriptures and spiritual teachings speak of the transformative power of the mind and spirit, hinting at the profound connection between neuroplasticity and spirituality. Our choices and environments play a crucial role in shaping the brain's receptivity to divine messages. Positive influences such as prayer, meditation, and acts of kindness can enhance our spiritual growth and deepen our connection with the divine. Conversely, negative influences such as stress, trauma, and toxic relationships can hinder our ability to hear and understand God's voice. But how exactly does God speak to us through our minds? The answer lies in the power of language and emotions. Words have the power to shape our thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. When infused with love, compassion, and wisdom, they can uplift our spirits and open our hearts to divine guidance. Conversely, when used carelessly or maliciously, they can sow seeds of doubt, fear, and confusion. Emotions, too, play a crucial role in our spiritual receptivity. They are the language of the soul, the raw energy that drives our thoughts, words, and actions. When we are in tune with our emotions, when we allow ourselves to feel deeply and authentically, we become more receptive to the subtle whispers of the divine. As we journey through the intricate pathways of the brain, we uncover the profound synergy between ancient wisdom and modern science. We see how specific laws of the mind, such as the law of attraction, the law of vibration, and the law of cause and effect, shape our connection with the divine. And we begin to realize that the key to hearing God's voice lies not only in understanding the mechanics of the brain, but also in cultivating a deep and intimate relationship with the divine. So, as we continue on this journey, let us remain open to the mysteries that unfold before us. Let us embrace the power of our minds and spirits to transcend the limitations of our physical existence and commune with the divine. And let us remember that the greatest journey of all is the one that leads us back to the source of all creation, to God, the ultimate source of love, wisdom, and truth. In our quest to understand how God communicates through our minds, let's take a closer look at the dynamic nature of the brain. Think of your brain as a supercomputer. It's the control center of your body, responsible for processing information, generating thoughts and emotions, and coordinating all bodily functions. But what makes the brain truly fascinating is its ability to adapt and change over time. Imagine you're learning to play the piano. At first, it feels awkward and challenging, but with practice, your brain begins to rewire itself, forming new connections between neurons to help you master the intricate movements required to play a melody. This phenomenon, known as neuroplasticity, is the brain's remarkable capacity to reorganize itself in response to new experiences and learning. Neuroplasticity isn't just limited to learning new skills. It also plays a crucial role in our emotional and spiritual growth. For example, let's say you've been struggling with feelings of anxiety and fear. Through mindfulness, meditation, and therapy, you learn to reframe negative thought patterns and cultivate a greater sense of calm and resilience. As you practice these techniques, your brain undergoes changes, strengthening neural pathways associated with emotional regulation and well-being. Now, let's explore the spiritual dimension of neuroplasticity. Throughout history, across various cultures and religious traditions, the brain has been regarded as more than just a physical organ. It's seen as a vessel for divine communication. Consider the practice of prayer or meditation. When you engage in these spiritual practices, you're essentially rewiring your brain to become more receptive to divine guidance and inspiration. For example, research has shown that regular meditation can lead to structural changes in the brain, including increased gray matter density in regions associated with attention, self-awareness, and compassion. These changes not only enhance your cognitive abilities, but also deepen your spiritual connection, allowing you to tap into a higher state of consciousness and awareness. As we delve into the historical perceptions of the brain and its spiritual significance, we uncover profound insights that bridge ancient wisdom with modern science. These insights reveal how the principles of neuroplasticity align with spiritual teachings, offering a deeper understanding of how divine communication unfolds. In essence, neuroplasticity serves as a bridge between the physical and spiritual dimensions of our existence. By harnessing the power of neuroplasticity through practices like meditation, prayer, and mindfulness, we can cultivate a deeper connection with the divine, leading to greater self-awareness, wisdom, and spiritual fulfillment. So, as we embark on this journey of exploration, let's remain open to the mysteries of the mind and the profound ways in which God communicates with us through our brains. Neuroplasticity, often described as the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize and adapt itself, serves as a fundamental mechanism behind our capacity to learn, remember, and process information. Think of your brain as a constantly evolving and rewiring network of neurons, the brain cells responsible for transmitting information. When we engage in new experiences, learn new skills, or even recover from injury, our brain undergoes changes at the cellular level to accommodate these changes. Imagine your brain as a garden where neurons are like plants. Just as a gardener tends to their garden by pruning, watering, and nourishing the plants, our experiences and actions shape and mold our brain's neural connections. When we learn something new, whether it's playing a musical instrument or mastering a new language, our brain forms new connections between neurons, strengthening certain pathways while pruning away others. This process allows us to adapt to our environment, acquire new skills, and overcome challenges. What's truly fascinating about neuroplasticity is its profound implications for our spiritual journey. Just as our brains adapt and change in response to external stimuli, they also respond to internal factors such as thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. When we engage in spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, or mindfulness, we're essentially rewiring our brains to become more receptive to divine communication. For example, consider the practice of meditation. When we meditate regularly, we activate regions of the brain associated with attention, self-awareness, and emotional regulation. Over time, these neural pathways become stronger and more efficient, making us better equipped to tune into our inner wisdom and connect with the divine. By cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness, we become more attuned to the subtle whispers of the divine, allowing us to experience deeper levels of spiritual connection and enlightenment. Neuroplasticity reminds us that our brains are not fixed entities but dynamic and adaptable systems capable of profound transformation, a concept that mirrors the spiritual journey of growth and self-realization. Through the power of neuroplasticity, we have the ability to shape our minds and souls, opening ourselves to the transformative power of divine communication and spiritual growth. As we continue on our spiritual journey, let's embrace the potential of neuroplasticity to guide us towards greater self-awareness, wisdom, and spiritual fulfillment. As we continue our exploration of neuroplasticity and its spiritual implications, let's envision our minds as gardens brimming with potential for spiritual growth. Just as a skilled gardener tends to their garden with care and attention, we too can cultivate our spiritual receptivity by fostering a nurturing environment for our minds and souls. Much like how a gardener tends to the soil, waters the plants, and removes weeds to ensure a thriving garden, we can take deliberate steps to nurture our spiritual well-being and deepen our connection with the divine. Positive influences such as prayer, meditation, and acts of kindness act as nutrients for our spiritual garden, enriching the soil of our minds and nourishing the seeds of spirituality within us. When we engage in practices like prayer, we open ourselves up to a deeper connection with the divine, creating a channel for divine communication to flow into our lives. For instance, imagine a person who starts their day with a prayer of gratitude. By expressing thanks for the blessings in their life, they cultivate a sense of humility and reverence, creating fertile ground for spiritual growth. Similarly, someone who regularly practices meditation may find that their mind becomes clearer and more receptive to divine guidance, allowing them to tap into deeper levels of insight and intuition. Acts of kindness also play a crucial role in nurturing our spiritual garden. When we extend a helping hand to others, we not only uplift their spirits but also cultivate compassion and empathy within ourselves. By fostering a sense of interconnectedness with all living beings, acts of kindness create an atmosphere conducive to spiritual receptivity. On the other hand, negative influences such as stress, trauma, and toxic relationships act like weeds, choking the growth of our spiritual garden and hindering our ability to hear and understand God's voice. When we are consumed by negative emotions and thoughts, our minds become clouded, making it difficult to perceive the subtle signals of divine guidance. Consider the example of a person who is struggling with unresolved trauma from their past. The pain and distress they experience create barriers to spiritual growth, making it challenging for them to connect with the divine. Similarly, toxic relationships characterized by manipulation or abuse can drain our spiritual energy, leaving us feeling disconnected from our inner wisdom and intuition. By cultivating positivity in our speech and emotions, we create a fertile ground for spiritual growth and enlightenment. When we speak words of kindness and encouragement, we plant seeds of love and compassion in our minds and hearts, fostering an environment conducive to spiritual receptivity. For instance, imagine a couple who consciously choose to communicate with kindness and respect, even during times of disagreement. By nurturing a culture of mutual understanding and empathy, they create a harmonious environment where both partners feel valued and supported in their spiritual journey. Similarly, when we cultivate positive emotions such as gratitude, joy, and forgiveness, we create an atmosphere of openness and receptivity, allowing divine communication to flourish. By practicing gratitude, we acknowledge the abundance in our lives and invite more blessings to flow in. By cultivating joy, we embrace the present moment with enthusiasm and wonder, opening ourselves up to the beauty and mystery of life. And by practicing forgiveness, we release the burdens of resentment and anger, creating space for healing and spiritual growth. Through mindfulness and self-awareness, we become attuned to the subtle whispers of the divine, learning to discern the voice of God amidst the noise of everyday life. As we deepen our spiritual practice, we strengthen our connection with the divine, allowing divine guidance and inspiration to guide us on our journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. Just as a well-tended garden yields a bountiful harvest, cultivating spiritual receptivity enriches our lives with wisdom, peace, and joy, allowing us to experience the fullness of divine communication and spiritual growth. Consider the language we use every day. It's not just about the words we speak, but also the thoughts we think and the feelings we hold within. Imagine these as the paintbrushes with which we color the canvas of our lives. When we speak words of kindness, love, and encouragement, it's like adding vibrant hues to our painting, creating a beautiful masterpiece that uplifts and inspires. For example, think about a time when someone offered you words of encouragement during a difficult moment. Maybe a friend told you how capable and strong you are, or a loved one reminded you of your worth and potential. In that moment, their words acted as a splash of color on the canvas of your mind, brightening your outlook and filling you with hope and determination. Conversely, consider how negative words and thoughts can darken the canvas of our minds, casting a shadow over our thoughts and emotions. Perhaps you've experienced moments where someone's harsh criticism or pessimistic outlook left you feeling drained and disheartened. Like a brush dipped in dark paint, their words can leave behind streaks of negativity that obscure the beauty of our inner landscape. Now think about how these words and thoughts affect our spiritual journey. Just as positive words and thoughts uplift us, negative ones can weigh us down like heavy anchors, making it difficult for us to rise and connect with our spiritual essence. This is where mindfulness comes into play. It's like being the artist who carefully chooses the colors for their painting, selecting only those that bring beauty and harmony to the canvas. When we practice mindfulness, we become more aware of the thoughts and words we use, ensuring that they align with our spiritual values and intentions. Instead of allowing negative thoughts to take root in our minds, we choose to focus on positivity, kindness, and compassion. This shift in perspective creates a fertile ground for spiritual growth and enlightenment, allowing us to connect more deeply with the divine presence within us. But the language of the soul goes beyond just words and thoughts. It's also about the emotions we hold in our hearts. Imagine our emotions as the music that accompanies our painting, adding depth and richness to the overall experience. When we cultivate feelings of gratitude, joy, and love, it's like composing a beautiful symphony that resonates with the divine harmony of the universe. For instance, think about a time when you felt overwhelmed with gratitude for the beauty of nature or the kindness of a friend. In those moments, you're not just experiencing a fleeting emotion, you're tapping into a deeper spiritual connection that reminds you of the abundance and wonder of life. Through practices like meditation and introspection, we learn to tune into the subtle melodies of our soul, allowing us to discern the whispers of the divine amidst the noise of everyday life. As we become more attuned to our inner voice and the language of our soul, we open ourselves up to a deeper connection with the divine, allowing divine guidance and inspiration to flow freely into our lives. So, as we continue on our spiritual journey, let's remember the power of our words, thoughts, and emotions in shaping our reality. By cultivating positivity, kindness, and gratitude, we can create a life filled with beauty, harmony, and spiritual fulfillment. Let's unravel the fascinating connection between science and spirituality, a connection that shows how our physical world and our inner spiritual essence are deeply intertwined. Traditionally, these two areas have been kept separate, but as we dive deeper into understanding, we find they're actually closely linked. Now, let's zoom in on neuroplasticity, the brain's incredible ability to adapt and change. From a scientific viewpoint, neuroplasticity teaches us that our brains are like flexible muscles, constantly reshaping themselves based on what we experience and do. It's like a continuous remodeling project happening in our heads, where the structure of our brains shifts and transforms depending on our actions and thoughts. But here's where it gets really fascinating. This scientific concept connects with our spiritual journey. Imagine this. When we engage in spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, or mindfulness, we're essentially giving our brains a spiritual workout. Studies have found that these practices can physically change our brains, making them more open to receiving divine messages. For instance, regular meditation has been shown to increase the density of gray matter in brain regions related to attention, memory, and emotional control. Similarly, prayer and mindfulness can reduce activity in the brain's default mode network, which is responsible for wandering thoughts. These changes in our brain structure and function can improve our thinking, emotional health, and ability to connect with the divine. But here's the really cool part. As we dive deeper into our spiritual journey, we start to see the interconnectedness of everything. We realize that our brains aren't just complex biological organs. They're also channels for spiritual experiences and growth. This realization brings science and spirituality closer together, giving us a more complete understanding of our existence. By embracing both scientific exploration and spiritual practices, we uncover new layers of understanding and wisdom. We begin to see the dance between the physical and the metaphysical, the seen and the unseen. And in doing so, we expand our awareness and tap into the limitless possibilities of the universe. In essence, the relationship between science and spirituality invites us on an exciting journey, one of discovery, growth, and enlightenment. It's a journey that takes us beyond the limits of what we know and opens us up to the mysteries of the cosmos. And as we journey forward, we come to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the grand tapestry of existence. Our journey into understanding how God communicates through our minds has been nothing short of transformative. We've embarked on a profound exploration of the human brain, delving into the intricacies of neuroplasticity and its profound implications for spirituality. Through practices like mindfulness, self-awareness, and spiritual discipline, we've opened ourselves to the subtle guidance of the divine, leading us on a path of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. As we reflect on our journey, let's remind ourselves that our brains are not static entities, but dynamic systems capable of profound change. With the power of neuroplasticity, we have the ability to shape our minds and souls, inviting in the transformative power of divine communication and spiritual growth. Let's remain open to the possibility of divine communication, listening deeply to the messages of the divine that reside within us. And let's embrace the convergence of science and spirituality, recognizing them as complementary facets of our quest to understand the mysteries of existence and our place within it. In concluding our exploration, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, the viewer, for accompanying us on this enlightening journey. Your dedication to seeking knowledge and understanding is truly commendable, and your presence here has enriched our collective experience. I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on the insights and wisdom gained from our discussion. What resonated with you? What new perspectives have you gained? Your thoughts and insights are invaluable contributions to our shared journey of growth and discovery, so please feel free to share them in the comments section below. If you found this exploration inspiring and empowering, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more transformative content. By hitting the bell icon, you'll ensure that you never miss out on future videos that could further enrich your spiritual journey. Once again, thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. May you continue to walk your path with courage, wisdom, and an open heart, knowing that the divine presence is always with you, guiding and supporting you every step of the way.